Coming up on Celtics Today by Chat Sports, we answer your questions about the Boston Celtics, Team USA, whether or not the Celtics could possibly be back-to-back champions, and what do they need to do to make sure that happens. I'm your host, Allie Barefoot. Thank you guys, 38,000 loyal subscribers on this channel, and we have a handful of you guys that send in questions every week that we get to answer. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Well, this guy is not a subscriber to the show, or maybe he is, I don't know, but he's also our producer. Smitty's burner somehow seems to keep getting back into the show. Does Team USA need Jayson Tatum? It's a tough conversation. I think Tatum absolutely deserves to be on Team USA. I think that they can absolutely win without him. I think they can also win with him. And I think that Jayson Tatum is playing his part. Everybody wants Tatum, even on the Celtics, to go out there and drain a 35-piece and 10 boards and 7 assists. But he's not going to do that because there are so many great superstars on the Boston Celtics roster. Well, he's kind of taken on the same role for Team USA. They've got the Curry, the Braun, the Durant, Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, the list goes on. Tatum doesn't need to score more than 5 points. There are too many scorers already on that basketball team. So yes, I do think Team USA needs Jayson Tatum. I think he's a top 10 player in the NBA right now, perhaps even maybe top 5. I think he has the honor of representing his country. Did he get benched that first game? Yes. Did Steve Kerr call himself an idiot for doing so? Yes. So in short terms, Jayson Tatum needs to be on Team USA, Smitty. Come on now. All right, go on ahead and follow me on Twitter. It looks like you wanted to say something there, Smitty. Follow my Twitter at ARBarefoot. Follow for a shout-out on our next show. I tweet out my thoughts. I tweet out memes, updates on the Boston Celtics and the New England Patriots. So if you guys are fans of both teams, this is a one-stop hub for you guys. Hit me out on at Twitter at ARBarefoot for a shout-out on our next video. Boston B coming in. Why did Brown get the snub for Team USA? Look, there's a lot of speculations out there coming from Brown himself that Nike had something to do with Jaylen Brown being off of Team USA. Whether that's true, whether that's Jaylen Brown speculation, Grant Hill denies it, and he obviously put together the roster for Team USA. I'm not going to hop into all that. All I'm going to say is Jaylen Brown deserves to be on Team USA. He is a phenomenal player. He would be the face of the franchise anywhere else, but he kind of splits that as a co-host with Jayson Tatum for the Boston Celtics. I do think Jaylen Brown is a top 10 player in the NBA as well. I think he's constantly getting better. So it sucks that he does not get to live out a lifelong dream playing for Team USA, but the good news is he's only 27 years old, I believe. There's going to be another Olympics in 4 years. He may have the opportunity to play for once more. It sucks. I wish there were 4 Celtics instead of 3 on the team right now, but I know JB is rooting on Tatum, Holiday, and White. KW coming in. Do you think Embiid, Maxey, and Paul George, the trio, will actually work? I don't think it will. I think PG will end up hindering Maxey's development / impact. I'm not so much worried about Maxey. I think he has found a way to thrive, even with playing with an MVP. I just don't think Paul George is going to be all that in a bag of chips on the on the 76ers, just from what he did with the Clippers this last year. Like I said, I've seen this ball game with Harden a couple years ago. They brought in Harden thinking he's going to be the perfect asset for Joel Embiid, and it just didn't work out. I don't see the 76ers doing well with 3 superstars on their team. Not everybody can be the Boston Celtics and make all of that superstardom work together so effortlessly. I think Paul George will want to be the superstar. Joel Embiid is going to try to get another MVP. And like you said, KW, Tyrese Maxey is going to try and shine night in and night out because that's the type of player that he is. I think it implodes. I don't think they're really a threat. I do think Paul George makes them better, but I don't see it working out as great as it looks on paper. But I have more questions to get to in just a moment, but I have got to make sure you guys are up to date on the best way to get tickets to any concert, sporting event, or any event that you have coming up in the future. This is the only app that I use. I use it GameTime. And I'll tell you what, I actually ended up going to a Cowboys game last year. Don't ask me why. My boyfriend's a Cowboys fan, so I had to go. Our seats, not that great. Well, he didn't use Game Time. It was a big fight, let me tell you. But now we're going back to AT&T Stadium for the Zach Bryan concert in 2 weeks. I used Game Time, and we got ourselves floor seats to watch Zach Bryan. Why? Because when you use Game Time, you can see where you'll be sitting and what you'll be seeing from your seats. I'm not going through that again. Not to mention, with the Boston Red Sox in your backyard, go check out a game right now, especially when the Houston Astros are coming to Fenway. If you want to go see those cheaters in person and you want to see the Red Sox blow them out, use Game Time. You can pick an outfield seat. You can pick first base, third base, behind home plate. And what's better yet, they have the lowest prices guaranteed. Go check out Boston Red Sox right now in the dog days of summer. Patriots games are right around the corner, and then it's Boston Celtics time. How you guys use Game Time? All you have to do is download the app, create an account, and use promo code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, and you're going to get $20 off your first purchase while terms do apply. Coming in from Maya's World, how many wins do you think the Celtics will win in the regular season? And also, happy birthday, Smitty Dog. We love Smitty Dog here. Okay, so they won 64 games. I believe they were 64 in 18. That was their final record, all said and done. I believe they will be a 60-win team once more. Smitty?
How many?
60.
Straight 60?
60.
60 flat? Yeah.
I think it'll be 60 flat.
60 and 22? I like that prediction because with Porzingis missing
right?
a good bit of the beginning of the regular season, they're probably going to lose more games to start out than the dominant start that they had last season, beating teams by 50 in October and whatnot. So there's going to be a couple more losses in there, but I still, like you said, think this is a 60-win ball club, and they're going to win 60 games. 60 flat is a good pick.
I want to, it's for a safe bet, say under 60, just because Porzingis being out for 2-3 months scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But I do think 60 is a good base. If it's more than that, I'll obviously take that. But I could see them being a little under 60. I still think they'll be a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference, though. That's always super helpful. Shy Guy Jr. coming in. What should the Celtics do after Al Horford, potentially retires after next year? Just a stab in the heart. But he is right. Al Horford will more than likely retire next year. He has one more year on his contract. He's 38 years old. And unfortunately, that's a big loss to the Boston Celtics. Not to mention, next year, the year that Al Horford retires will be the last year on Kristaps Porzingis' contract unless they extend him as well. Personally, I think that they're just going to move down the line. They're going to go to Kristaps Porzingis, maybe extend him. They're going to stick with Luke Cornett, maybe keep Xavier Tillman around. He's only 25 years old. They can end up trading. They can end up going out there in free agency or looking for another big. But I do think Brad Stevens extended Luke Cornett, Neemias Queta, and Xavier Tillman for a reason. He's thinking of the future without Al Horford, which is a future I don't want to talk about right now. Fortune 5 coming in. I think Derrick White was actually a better option than Jaylen Brown because of how White is playing. But what do you think? I feel like I don't want to say it's a better option. I am still on board with Jaylen Brown being a phenomenal selection for Team USA, and it's very unfortunate he's not playing right now. But I do agree. I think that Derrick White serves a different purpose. He was brought in to be a utility guy. He's the Swiss Army knife. When you put Jaylen Brown in there, you're kind of fighting fire with fire just because Jaylen Brown could also be a star player, a face of the franchise next to Curry, next to LeBron James, next to KD. You kind of just needed a role player like Derrick White is to come off the bench, give you 10 points, facilitate, block, rebound, steal, get on the floor. And Jaylen Brown can do that, but that's kind of more of Jrue Holiday and Derrick White's MO. Whereas Jaylen Brown, maybe he's more so of a superstar and a face of franchise type of player. But I do think Derrick White is taking the opportunity and he's making the most of it. With that being said, with all of the different personalities that the Boston Celtics do have on the roster, who is the best player on the Celtics roster in your opinion? Is it Tatum, Brown, White, Holiday, Horford, Cornett? Let me know who you guys think in the comment section down below. Everybody's going to have a different opinion on this, but I also want to get on this mailbag. When are people going to start realizing that Derrick White is him? He is a phenomenal basketball player. One of the best two-way players I think the Boston Celtics could have in that role. He fits in with the Celtics so seamlessly. He's now showcasing his talents across the world in France. And I get it. There was a lot of hate out there when Derrick White joined Team USA. Oh, why is D. White on this team? Why isn't Jaylen Brown on this team? Do not sleep on Derrick White. I think defensively, he should be continuously considered an all-defensive player like he was last year. If Derrick White doesn't perform well, the Celtics don't perform well. If he performs well, the Celtics perform well. It all comes back to Derrick White. He is the most selfless basketball player I have ever seen in my entire life, and I love watching him right now play for Team USA. And if you guys want to keep up to date with my thoughts, my tweets, go on ahead and follow me right now on X at AR Barefoot. If you guys want to shout out on our next video, go on ahead, hit that follow button. I let you guys know anything and everything on the Celtics the minute it happens.